You're listening to the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge. Some of the material on the Dean Blundell Show is not suited for all audiences. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1 The Edge.
Today, we have a Stanley Cup champion. It is the Chicago Blackhawks, which is always fun to say. And they beat us like Boston beat they beat Boston like Boston beat us.
Or if you're a Boston fan, well, you didn't get 4 goals.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they'll say this morning.
They get 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Or 3 or whatever.
That was one of the happiest endings to a hockey game I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you don't like Boston as much as I don't like Boston, which is nothing against the city. I'm sure it's a great city. I don't like the Bruins, and I don't like their fans. I think they're the biggest group of hoogs ever. So when they scored that first goal to tie it up 2-2, and then 17 seconds later scored another one just for fun, and watching the Boston fans and having it happen in Boston was one of the greatest experiences of my sporting life.
We needed that vengeance, man, being a Leaf fan. You just needed to see something like that.
Yeah, and that almost had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. You just don't like him.
No.
Okay.
I thought, well, good. That's another good thing. They beat the Leafs like that. But to lose the Stanley Cup like that, you're cursed. You suck. And good on the city. Good on the city of Chicago for doing it to the city of Boston. Good on them. Imagine how many upset people there are there today.
Oh, in Boston.
Yeah, just shocked.
Yeah.
Up 2-1, a minute and a half left, just like they did here. Remember where there's a minute 21 left. 3 goals gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be the biggest collapse in a Stanley Cup Game 7.
Yeah, what was it? It was Game 6, but right?
Game 6,
yeah.
yeah.
But still, I mean, you're going into Game 7, you're going with all the momentum behind you now. And I don't know. I was just laughing. I was actually laughing, like pointing and laughing at guys, like they could see me. Like
the guys who were on for both goals, like Chara. I think the last one for sure. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, it's the best. Anyway, congratulations to Chicago. I think what a great game.
What a great team from start to finish, and you know it was a great exclamation mark, like just like an exciting point for NHL. Like it was just a great season despite what had happened.
Yeah,
not too long ago with the lockout and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool to watch a team like that. It's because that doesn't happen in the NHL very often anymore. Teams will go from start to finish, where they lead all year long, their first all year long, win the President's Cup, and then win the Stanley Cup. And by all rights, according to the Detroit, what do you call them, Maple Leafs, Red Wings? According to the Red Wings, they shouldn't have even been there. They were up 3-1 at one point.
That's right.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is there's no disputing that if there was a full 82-game schedule, that this is still the team that would have won.
Yep.
And that's what I like about it. No one would have said, if some other team maybe snuck in and they go, well, they may not even made the playoffs. So at least we don't have that, and then we just go into next year fresh.
Congratulations, Chicago. Just fun saying your name. Go Blackhawks.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1 The Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Mayor of Toronto Rob Ford has now his own video game. Big enough to have his old city. Now he's got his own video game.
You've arrived when?
Yeah, Stay Mayor is the name of it. You must keep your political career alive despite endless obstacles. The side-scroller sees unnamed Ford look-alike trying to outpace the media while sidestepping crack pipes and kiddie TV cameramen. His offense is throwing footballs, and he must collect $201,000 to buy his alleged crack cocaine video from the Squawker website. Media stampede moves pretty fast, and it's very easy to die quickly. Controls are a little crude, but so far the reviews are pretty decent. Not sure who's made the game, but it's pretty funny. As Now Magazine's Jonathan Goldsby pointed out, it's less a game in the controversial sense than an interactive political cartoon that employs the medium to make sort of a point. Basically, not really a game. It's just someone who doesn't like him that put this thing together, and you can go play it and get angry at him every time you sidestep a media person, or get angry at him every time he takes a hit off the crack pipe. But it's running through a field. He's got to dodge different things, and you can hit the media with footballs.
People regular guys, I was reading the reviews, just regular users actually like it. They're getting a 4.1 out of 5.
Yeah, said it's a good game. Oddly enough, one of the things in this game suggests perhaps unintentionally is that very few of us could last a day as Rob Ford.
Yes.
Not many people have beat it. If that's true to life. And Las Vegas man Wesley Warren, 49-year-old dude. You may remember him. We played a video of him. This guy has balls so big there is weigh almost as much as a baby hippo. I'm not kidding.
He can sit on them.
Yeah, well, even worse.
Yeah.
His nuts hang down to his ankles, and they're massively swollen because well, I'll tell you why in a second. So big and he's so infirm, he's got to wear a hooded sweatshirt over top of his balls that's done up with about 20 safety pins just to get to work.
That's so funny.
He underwent a 13-hour procedure to remove his 114-pound testicles.
No!
14, and after a bizarre accident in which he squashed them while sleeping. Be careful, fellas. He was diagnosed with scrotal lymphedema. Was told an operation to fix matters down there would cost thousands of dollars. Told reporters he couldn't afford surgery and considered selling his giant testicles on eBay just to pay the bill. He told the reporter, "I wanted it bagged and taken home with me." It gets worse. As if having 114 pounds worth of testicles is bad enough, going through surgery to have them removed is one thing. What he's left with is even worse. Warren could not have sex, was in chronic pain resulting from carrying around his giant testicles, which made more than a baby hippo. The surgery was eventually performed without charge by Dr. Joel Gelman. However, like I said, the story doesn't end well. Post-surgery, he said he can never have a relationship with a woman because it left him with a member that he describes as a nub an inch long and doesn't get any larger.
Oh, no.
Yeah. In an exclusive interview, Wesley said, "I know the majority of people are expecting me to express extreme happiness and glee that my life has been transformed." This is what he says, "since that big sack has been removed. But it ain't as simple as that."
Poor guy.
Saying his trouble started after he fell asleep funny and squished one of his nuts. They just kept swelling and swelling to the point where they're 114 pounds. After doctors removed it, what he thought was at least a 4 to 5 inch penis is now a 1 inch destroyed nub due to the fact the skin around that area had been stretched so much, they're having a hard time retracting it. It went into hiding.
What an interesting dilemma. Do you have the baby hippos removed?
Or have no wiener.
Oh, what of that guy? Poor guy.
Yeah. Folks, just when you think you got it bad, I want you to remember Wesley Warren today. 114-pound nuts to a 1 inch wiener. Wow.
What's worse? What's worse?
Yes. Yes, what's worse? So is your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in June, the year 2013.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
This is the Dean Blundell Show. 102.1
Hockey game. Bruins lost. The whole thing. They lost everything yesterday. That's the Stanley Cup with Blackhawks.
I got the tying goal here far.
Sorry, if you're a Bruins fan, turn this up. This is awesome.
Centering, Bickle scores!
That's the tying goal right there.
That's the tying goal?
Yeah.
Let it play for a bit.
With a minute 16 to go, Jonathan Taves to Brian Bickle, 2-2 tie. Bickle gets the big goal, but credit Matt Kane for making this possible. Watch him knife his way through the neutral zone, keep the play alive. That one might have been dead with a turnover. He keeps it alive on the boards as well. Taves out-battles his man, and then take it to the net. Perfect pass through the legs, and no chance for Rask. Two chances to control the puck and get it out. Instead, you go for a big hit, and Ann and Bill Bickle. Here's their response.
Anyway, sorry, folks. You know what I love about the audio of that? It's like everybody that's announcing the game hates Boston, the Bruins, as much as we don't like the Bruins. Did you hear them rubbing it in the whole way? That's all they're doing is they had 2 chances to get it out, but they didn't.
Attacker.
Do I hear something better?
Keith giving the second assist. Bolin back in. The lead shot off speed, stopped by Raz. Here's a chance for a direct tip. Bolin scores! Dave Bolin has given the Blackhawks the lead. 59 seconds to go.
That's the best.
17 seconds after the goal by Brian Bickle to tie it up. Dave Bolin has given the Blackhawks a 3-2 lead, and they're less than a minute away from the Stanley Cup.
And the magic of round 1, Game 7 against the Maple Leafs, disappears in those 17 seconds. Amazing, just shot to the net, a deflection out high, and you can see Bolin got himself caught. I don't know whether he thought it was overtime throwing his gloves down, but he got behind the defense, kept it alive. And it's the high deflection right there that causes the play to be missed by Raz.
That's a shame, huh? Imagine listening to that this morning.
The look on Claude Julien's face is like someone just took the most nasty fart on the planet right beside him.
Oh, he's got the nose turned up and stuff.
What's going on?
Well, what just happened here? Now I know how the Leafs felt. That's terrible.
That was incredible.
That was awesome. Thank you,
Yes.
Chicago. On behalf of all of us here in Toronto, thank you
so much.
The audio, they're just rubbing it in, too. The guys from Hockey Night in Canada. Oh, that must be the worst feeling in the world. Can you imagine if you were a Boston Bruin right now?
Game 7 Magic against the Leafs. Ha! Suckers! Don't mean nothing.
Man, the feeling in their stomachs must be horrid. They'll never forget these 25 seconds. Sorry, if you're a Bruins fan.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, but Nate's been a real heartbreaker.
Yeah, feels good, doesn't it?
The Chorus Broadcasting System presents
The Dean Blundell Show.
going to be a super duper program for you.
102.1. The Edge.
Showers, thunder showers. It is very humid. It will be very hot and continues again tomorrow. Sunny and 30 degrees. Not bad.
Don't complain. It's too muggy.
It's pretty muggy.
Yeah, no, but you know the people that walk around. Like, it's just too muggy.
Well, if you're walking around and you're, a bigger person.
Yeah, I guess Fordsy you can understand.
Yeah. Did you see him at the flag raising thing yesterday? I said flag, by the way.
Yep.
For the gay pride festivities. And we normally don't talk a whole lot about gay pride because we used to. And then we actually asked to have some people on the show, and some gay pride people acted like complete jackasses, so we don't donate a lot of time to them and their cause, even though I fully support gay people, just not the militant ones in any faction.
Yeah, we love that pride's here. You're right. It's just there's extremists in everything. It's too bad.
So anyway, the funny part is that I was watching him and Doug Ford yesterday, and they are raising the flag for the Pride Parade. This is the mayor of the city, the embattled mayor that's got some alleged crack video floating around, and allegedly a cell phone thing with a video. And I've heard other amazing stories about his Polish housekeeper too. But anyway, so here's the here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Is it for a guy like that to be outside on a really hot day? Like he missed the first 2 or 3 flag raisings where it was 20 degrees. Really upset yesterday when it was 5 million degrees and he went to his first one.
He chose the wrong one, did he?
Yeah. Really pissed off.
Yeah, I would imagine he has to, when he leaves for work, he packs like 8 shirts.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You ever see him? He always wears new shirts all the time. So he'll go to work in one shirt and he'll have to get changed because he sweats right through it. I think he carries 2 or 3 shirts with him all the time.
Not bad. Yeah. I'd like to be Rob Ford's dry cleaner.
You know what? And I recently saw pictures of Fordsy at a flea market in Florida.
Really?
Yeah. So I think he gets his shirts there because the collars are pretty big, right? He wears the collars that are way too big, even though that's hard to do because it doesn't really have a neck.
Ford at a flea market.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's funny also.
You know what? And
Rob Ford at any situation.
Yeah. This is the very first time I've ever heard of Rob Ford, and I'm not even kidding you. Other than the Remembrance Day thing, this is the first time I can remember him going to something that didn't start, like an event that didn't start with the words, a taste of. And if they were smart, that's what the Pride people would have done. They would have changed the flag-raising ceremony to a taste of something. But then they're opening themselves up to all kinds of criticism with that one, A taste of what, guys?
Come on. Or ladies.
Yeah. Hey? A taste of what? That's what they should have done. The Pride people, they should have said, we should have called this the taste of, street meat or something. Or the taste of Bill.
Yeah, you can just say hot dogs.
Yeah.
Make it simple.
Yeah. Boy, I bet you yesterday in Nathan Phillips Square, the hot dog vendors did a brisk business too. Brisk.
But the buns are still all there.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Oh, no. I'll take 4 dogs, no buns. I got my own.
The Dean Blundell Show.
The Dean Blundell Show.
On 102.1. Yeah.
Hey, how about the Bruins losing? This still makes me laugh. The audio, you know what? We played it earlier. If you have it again, Todd, I'm sorry to spring this on you. I was just looking at it. Someone sent me one of those memes. You know those things? They're huge on the internet right now, where you get a picture. The top half of the picture are Leaf fans at Maple Leaf Square crying. Mm-hmm. It says, we blew it out in 5 minutes. And then the bottom half is Nathan Horton crying. It says, we blew it out in 17 seconds.
Those words sound like... if you didn't see the picture, I can't.
I've had about 20 Bruins fans tweet me and go, "That's it, I'm not listening to you, Dad. You do this to us today. You guys are a-holes."
They're already saying, make it easy to listen to other morning shows. Yeah. Just
totally. Yeah, because they don't talk about it because it's not important. Anyway, to them. But if you have the most crushing goal wasn't the winning goal, the tying goal, because you knew the tidal wave was coming.
You want the tying?
I want the tying goal because Craig Simpson rubs it in so much here. It's like he's taking great pleasure in making sure every person that loves the Boston Bruins knows exactly how painful this is. The goal wasn't enough. Simpson from Hockey Night in Canada had to really send it home. Have a listen,
I believe the tying.
Yeah.
Kane shoots. Didn't get much out of it. Seidenberg is back. 6 attackers on the ice for the Blackhawks trying to tie this up. Jonathan Toews centering. Bickle scores!
Listen. I love it.
With 1:16 to go, Jonathan Toews to Brian Bickle. 2-2 tie.
Listen to Craig Simpson here.
Bickle gets the big goal, but credit Pat Kane for making this possible. Watch him knife his way through the neutral zone, keep the play alive. That one might have been dead with a turnover. He keeps it alive on the boards as well. Toews out-battles his man, and then take it to the net. Perfect pass through the legs, and no chance for Rask.
You know what I mean?
No chance.
No chance at all.
Man, that Jonathan Toews is like the most stand-up guy in the NHL, too.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
You know, and you pointed out this morning, and I there's some people who don't know the injuries of Patrice Bergeron, who's Canadian, by the way.
A warrior.
At least give him some credit.
Yep.
He played with a broken rib, torn cartilage, separated shoulder. A bunch of other stuff was taken.
Torn muscles to like all
the inside of his guts. So he was actually taken to the hospital after where he stayed overnight. That's tough. That's like Rocky kind of stuff. Tough.
Yeah, that's cool. I love stories like that. You find out. Man.
7-10. Anyway, congratulations. More importantly to the Blackhawks, but even more importantly Good on you, Boston.
Thanks for collapsing.
Yeah. See? It sucks, doesn't it?
Bored, lonely, hard up. Use your free hand and follow the boys on Twitter.
At Dean Blundell Show.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1.
The Edge.
Pride Week is this week. As I said, we normally give a whole bunch of time to it, but someone at the organizing committee was a dickhead, no pun intended, to Derek. So we don't have much to do with him anymore. However, it is a necessity in the city and around the world for people to pay attention to different sexuality because it doesn't make or break a person. It doesn't define the person. What makes the person is the human being. Rob Ford, for the last couple of years, has decided not to go to the flag-raising ceremony saying, I'm usually at the cottage. That's where I'm going. But his speech wasn't bad yesterday. But I could tell you this, and Todd and I were just listening to it. He motors right through this thing. Like, he gets her done as fast as he can because he doesn't want to be there.
That's what it sounds like.
And we'll give you a couple of examples. So first, this is Rob Ford reading the Pride Week declaration to launch Pride festivities. First time since he took office in 2010. He read the official Pride Week proclamation before the rainbow flag was raised above Toronto City Hall. This is from the Globe and Mail website.
Toronto is one of Canada's premier arts and cultural festivals and one of the largest Pride celebrations in the world. Pride Week celebrates the history and diversity of the city's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, two-spirited, and transsexual LGBT community and promotes a society in which all residents can live from discrimination. Pride Week is an opportunity to celebrate the harmony in which we coexist and raise awareness about the barriers some individuals still face in the areas of healthcare, public safety, employment, and the recognition of family relationships. In a world often marred by clashes between people who see differences as a reason for conflict, Pride Week is a time to celebrate diversity, inclusiveness, and understanding. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Rob Ford, on behalf of Toronto City Council, do hereby proclaim June 21st to 30th as Pride Week in the City of Toronto.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
I just wanted to say thanks very much to all the gay people here. Being gay is supposed to be really hard on you, so I'm just really happy we could be here to help out. And I just want to say, hey, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender community. Thank you. Bye.
Could he have read that any faster with no emotion? Not.
He's like, listen, you can see, I hope no one's standing behind me, he's thinking.
Did you hear his first breath?
It was like a half a minute into it. I can't even hold my breath for that long if I'm trying. That was awesome.
Oh, my God.
Now, he actually did a Remembrance Day speech. Do you have that?
Yeah, I do.
So this is, keep in mind, this is his Remembrance Day speech. Now, I don't know if he maybe had a couple before it started, but this is the extreme opposite. So that was the gay pride speech. Here, just to give you a little taste again.
Pride Week is an opportunity to celebrate the harmony in which we coexist and raise awareness about the barriers some individuals still face in the areas of healthcare, public safety, employment, and the recognition of family relationships.
Okay, so he's motoring through it
yeah,
because he's like, I was scared, hurry up and get it done. Anyway, here's his Remembrance Day speech. This is very different.
Here in Toronto, and in more than 2,000 cities, towns, and villages across Canada, we come together at cenotaphs and memorials to remember we remember those who served our country in times of need.
Gay pride.
In a world often marred by clashes between people who see differences as a reason for conflict, Pride Week is a time to celebrate diversity, inclusiveness, and understanding. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Rob Ford, on behalf of Toronto City Council, do hereby proclaim June 21st to 30th as Pride Week in the City of Toronto.
And Remembrance Day.
We remember the service and the sacrifices of more than 1.5 million Canadians. Soldiers, sailors, aircrew, and merchant seamen.
Community and promote society in which all residents can live from discrimination.
Well, those are the only two things that would have worked in the same speech. Wow. Huh?
The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1 The Edge.
Welcome to the Dean Blundell Show. Today, we'll be opening up the phone lines to find out a little bit more about you. What's wrong with you? Why are you so different from normal people? What happened in your life to make you so odd? Please join us, won't you?
I think I like chicks with wet hair.
You like that look?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sexy.
A wet hair chick look.
But it has to be naturally wet, right?
Yeah, it can't be spritzed. It can't look like it's gel.
You don't want greasy.
No, who wants greasy? That's my word, by the way. You can't say greasy. I've been saying greasy for years. You say greasy. I say greasy.
Greasy. Knock, knock.
Yep. That's also mine, which you stolen years ago. 7:52.
7:52.
Time for What's Wrong With You. Let's talk to Dan. Hey, Dan.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, you?
Not too bad.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm actually afraid of swimming now thanks to my trip to Mexico. Kind of got diddled by a dolphin, and it's the worst part that it's on video. I still have the video.
Where'd you get it?
I was just swimming around in Mexico.
No, where'd you get it?
All up
the
on
arm,
me.
the leg, the back. Did one go in?
The back. I don't know. I was panicking, trying not to drown.
Yeah.
Dolphin wanted a piece, yeah.
It happens with dolphins. Dolphins will hump pretty much anything, I've heard. They're like the dogs of the sea.
Huh.
Anne.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Where are you calling from?
From Niagara.
What's wrong with you other than that?
My boyfriend and I were having dinner at McDonald's, and he said something that set me off.
Do you go to McDonald's for dinner?
No, it was.
Or do you go there for a cheeseburger?
It was a chicken wrap. Actually.
Because you go to you go to Swiss Chalet for dinner because you have to sit down like it's a restaurant. This is like a stop in. It's like the gas station of restaurants, right?
Okay, it was lunch, and I was
in a good
17.
way. Okay, so you making it's dinner when you're under 20.
That's it. Yeah, not many people. You're right.
Yeah.
As great as McDonald's is,
it's the best.
Yeah, you just go for you just grab some food.
I grab dinner at McDonald's. I don't normally go there for dinner, but you can grab a bag of dinner there.
Okay, so
sorry, go
A
ahead.
bag of dinner.
Yeah, you grabbed a bag of dinner.
He said something that had set me off, and it wasn't a big deal, but I just thought it'd be funny if I grabbed his pop and I poured the loogie in his straw without him knowing and put his cup back down. I know it's so gross. I would never do that now, but at the time it was funny, and he picked it up and he drank it.
Wow.
That's so
I know.
Are you married now?
We are.
You same guy?
Same guy.
Yeah. Does he know? Does he know you did it?
Oh, yeah. He said it right after.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I traditionally don't like rewarding food stories like that because it just encourages people to tamper with other people's food.
Yeah, I'm sure he's tasted worse. So.
Yeah, he does. She doesn't know what he's done to her. Hi, The Edge.
Hello.
Yason?
Yes, it is. How are you?
With a Y?
With a Y.
Yason.
Yason. Yes. I don't know what. This is What's Wrong With You, right?
Yeah. Other than your name.
Exactly. So McDonald's and Dolphin Boy, that has nothing to do with What's Wrong With You. I'm a 39-year-old man that had a mastectomy.
You had a mastectomy?
Yes, sir.
It's crazy. I mean, they cut the
mastectomy.
What is it?
Mastectomy, like the Angelina Jolie.
You had your boobs cut off?
One of them so far.
Cancerous?
So, yes.
How did you know?
Well, I gained a lot of weight because I quit smoking after 18 years, and my nipples were so, I can say nipples, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
My nipples are so sensitive. They're so sore. I can't even sleep properly. Like, I'm tossing and turning, and you sleep on it the wrong way, and I think it's, the doctor said from the blood clotting up in one area. So anyways, I went for a mammogram. That's embarrassing enough. But you can't get your boob on there. You know, the nurse is looking at you like you're some whack job, thinking you're a pervert. And so anyway.
Should have asked for a pap smear, too, while you were there.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try going for a prosthetic boob to match the other one.
Oh, no way.
So anyways, now my other one's getting real sore, and I got a feeling it might be the same result. So
you might have to have both. Did they take the nipple and everything too?
Yes, sir.
So you're like a Ken doll.
You know what?
Upstairs.
That's what's wrong with me. That's what's wrong with me.
Wow.
I dare anybody.
What's
to
your
believe
long
that.
term like? Like you're not going to die now, right? They took it all away, and
No, it's so far it's all good.
Yeah.
I got to get the other one checked out now, and yeah.
But you actually men get implants, or could you like work out and
get
build
nipples.
muscle again though?
No,
they give you nipples.
Yeah, no.
But you
I
don't want one.
No, you know what? I had to go get a prosthetic. You know, the fake boobs, so I can match the other one. So maybe if I do have it on the other side, it'll be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it will be totally, because then you won't have like one boob. So
Exactly.
do you have like crazy man boobs then because of how fat you used to be?
You know what? It's about a B. It's about a B.
You got a B cup, eh? Are they perky?
Probably. Not really. He's 39. Adam.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good. What's wrong with you?
I'm good. Well, I'm pretty sure it was last year, might have been 2 years ago. I was having sex with my girlfriend a little bit too far, pretty hard, and I broke my penis.
Any long-term effects?
Yeah, I have between a 45 and a 90-degree angle. It's not even a bend, it's a point. Yeah. If I had a protractor, I'd tell you the right angle, but it's it's pretty broken.
You got to be careful, man.
Wow.
It's not painful anymore. I consider it kind of a blessing. I just lay on my side and I hit the G-spot perfectly on my girl.
Yeah.
So then there's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah. Well, other than he just looks like a freak. Hi, The Edge.
Hey, Dean.
Hey, Jordan.
How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. I am in love with a show called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Mm-hmm. Is this a girl or a man?
This is a man.
This a man?
19 years old. A 19-year-old boy. Man, sorry. I consider myself a man. I guess age-wise, I'm a man. And I love the show My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I do. It's colorful. It's got awesome music. It's just such a happy show.
This a man?
Straight, by the way, too. But
Yeah, right.
seriously, Dean. But what's wrong with me? I love the show. I love My Little Pony. And I guess others would find that odd. I don't...
Yeah, we've talked to you bronies before. I heard there's a movie, because one of my friends just saw another movie, and they said there's some sort of My Little Pony movie out right now.
My Little Pony Equestria Girls. I haven't got to Toronto to see it yet, but I would love to.
Yeah, and I hear that like the people who are seeing this movie are like families with their children, and then these bronies, which is like I think a peculiar thing for for children to see maybe.
Yeah, it's probably like half kids, half like just men like me who love My Little Pony.
Can you dress up?
I haven't fully dressed up yet. I think might start getting into the cosplay and stuff, like dressing as Rainbow Dash and going to the expos and
All right. But like, do you not think? First of all, what is it? What's the interest it holds for you? And I've asked a few bronies like you this. What's the interest in My Little Pony? A grown man, you're 19 years old. You should be at the bar, having drinks, wheeling chicks, going to baseball games, doing that kind of stuff. You say you're straight. I know not every straight person's into baseball and getting wasted. I get that. But
I get wasted
what do you
and go
do?
to baseball games too. But I also watch monthly.
I guess there's a case to be made that any sports you love as a child and you put on the uniforms and the hats, and people still support it that way.
What about like when you watch horse jumping?
Horse jumping? Oh, no, those are not colorful ponies, Dean. The colorful ponies.
You need the pink and the blue and the reds and the yellows.
The rainbow too, Dean. Rainbow, yellow, red. Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you love the positive message always?
Always taught at the end. Dear Princess Celestia, you have a positive message. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
You are.
Wow.
I think
that is unbelievable.
Shit is pretty messed up. In some people's eyes, not in...
Yeah, you win. I can't imagine.
Right on.
Not really. It's not really right on. I mean, I always like to say to each their own, but there's a point where I have to stop saying to each their own and start saying, come on. You know what I mean?
Bittersweet, I guess.
Are you going to find a girl? Like, where do you meet a My Little Pony girl?
At one of these expos.
I guess the cons, the convention.
There's a couple like amazing looking ones. I will say that.
Sisters. The females are called Pegasisters.
Pegasisters?
Yeah.
Well,
give me your peg.
You are the winner today.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Congratulations. Todd will tell you what you've won.
Yeah, you're going to love going to Canada's Wonderland. We'll give you a 4-pack for that. Also, City and Color tickets on June 29th. We'll send you to Edgefest. And then Wakestock 2013, we'll give you entire festival passes for that, August 9th till the 11th.
That is great. Thank you,
Do your
guys.
parents know you do this?
Yeah. My little brother's here, too. He knows I'm a brony. He's kind of, it's a good show.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't want to make fun of you because I watched that movie Bully on TV the other day. You ever see that movie?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's good.
Made my kid cry. I made them all watch it. Probably a bad idea.
Was it about bullies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't really, I'm watching, I'm like, you can't really objectify this guy for being a freakazoid. Like, you can't, because you don't want him to leave the rest of his day thinking there's something wrong with him. And that's the whole thing, is these people think there's something. But there's something very strange about a grown man that watches My Little Pony and goes to the cons and gets dressed up. And it's just a little weird.
Yeah, again.
But maybe it's weird to me. But it's weird.
As long as they're doing it with other grown men, I guess it's okay.
With clothes on?
Or off. Maybe they have a rainbow thing. Maybe they pretend they're unicorns.
This is the Dean Blundell Show. 102.1 The Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
A woman in Paris took a test for her daughter, so desperate for her to score high on her French equivalent of the SAT test. The entrance exam in the university, the exam for herself, but she was found out the woman, referred to as Caroline D. in news reports, caked her face with makeup. 52 trying to pass as a 19-year-old. It's not going to happen.
And if it does, that's not a very attractive 19-year-old.
She was wearing Converse tennis shoes, low-waist jeans to trick exam supervisors to thinking she was her 19-year-old daughter, Letitia, according to a newspaper report. She had her student ID in hand, got through the door, got the exam, sat down at the desk, assumed she'd get away with it. But a savvy supervisor recalled a much younger woman taking philosophy under the same name a few days earlier. Exam officials decided to let the mother finish the exam to avoid disrupting the class. 4 cops descended on the thing and intercepted the cheating mom as she walked out the door. The mom said, yeah, I screwed up. She faces 3 years in jail for fraud. Her daughter has also been banned from taking all final exams for 5 years, so that's going to take a while to graduate. Here's the best part. They marked the exam.
How'd she do?
She failed.
Failing at wearing those low-rise jeans and failed at the exam.
Yeah. One of the teachers said they knew it was a problem when the muffin top was spilling out the back of the desk. The teacher had sex with a 16-year-old boy in her car. Student, not good.
No.
By telling him, quote, "You will be a legend with your friends if you do it." She's not wrong.
No, I know. That part's accurate.
Emma Ager, a 34-year-old, picked the teenager up after classes to have sex in her car, according to evidence. This is in England. The teacher who worked at a school in South Wales told the boy, "I bet you won't be able to keep up with me." What's he supposed to do? How is a 16-year-old with all these raging issues supposed to turn that down? And then the promise of becoming a legend?
I mean,
does it get any better? All she'd have to do is offer candy. Wait, she did.
What kind?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. The boy, referred to as Pupil A in the hearing to protect his identity, said Miss Ager started driving him to secret sessions at a factory car park, which is a parking lot at a factory. He told the hearing that a relationship began after a friend managed to get a hold of her mobile phone number. The very unattractive English teacher then said, "Hey, why don't you ring me back and come over here for a little wiki wiki wiki." The student, who's now 22, said he was only 16, 17 at the time that everything started. My friends, he said, knew what was going on. She'd pick me up. We'd go to McDonald's. She'd let me drive her car in the parking lot. Oh, add that to the mix. That's a pretty good deal. Legend, driving a car, McDonald's. Can't keep up.
The McDonald's alone, I mean.
Yeah. Which you wouldn't do for 20 nuggets when you're 16.
The only thing I worry about was the part where it said, the very unattractive English teacher.
Yeah, it's just terrible looking, yeah. Well, it's not like the really hot ones have a tough time picking up people their age. They got to prey on young ones.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sick. And it's too bad, like I said, it's too bad there's a double standard. But there is. The pupil then said he'd drive around on school trips to London. She said she would buy him, little video games and candies, too. I mean, come on. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
That's gross.
Yep. Oh, the fish part.
And the barrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 41-year-old Columbus, Ohio guy is recovering after police said ripped off his penis during a drug-fueled high in Michigan.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he was in Ypsilanti Township, Michigan, partying with friends, doing a bunch of meth. He was kneeling outside of school and was bloodied from the waist down with parts of his genitals ripped off. He said the parts of the man's body were transferred to the hospital with him.
I've heard of pulling it off.
Yeah, well, he really went for it then. He wasn't saying much at all. A lot of screaming and yelling and crying. The man apparently broke a window at the school but didn't take anything. He wasn't making sense. The man later told police he picked up some magic mushrooms earlier in the day from some people he didn't know. Yeah, there's a good idea. What's your name? I don't know. Want these magic mushrooms? Sure. Are they safe? Oh, for sure.
Pretty magical, man.
If they can give you the superhuman strength to rip off your wiener, mushrooms. Seriously. The man does not have a history of mental problems or extensive drug use. They sent his blood off for analysis. They said there's really nothing else other than the magic mushrooms in his system, not even alcohol. Medics first took the man to a hospital where they said they tried to reattach his penis, but they're like, dude, we don't have stuff for that here. You got to take him over there. They apparently did reattach his penis, but he was fairly close to death. In terms of vital signs, they were as low as they could go without being dead. Only assumed the blood loss and the shock to the trauma of the body was the major cause of his issues. So yes, guys, you can die from losing your wiener.
And yes, you can pull it off, I guess.
Yeah. Man, he must have been going for it.
I don't know how,
just on the front stroke, I think.
Yeah, he's got to.
Yeah.
He must have, he must be strong.
Yeah, real strong. And those drugs must be awesome.
Awesome, I want it.
Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is. In June, the year 2013.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1 The Edge.
What are we doing coming up next?
Dennis Hoff.
Why? Just kidding. I love the guy. Dennis Hoff joins us on the telephone. What a sweet man. How are you, brother?
I'm great. You are so fun. Now, let me tell you why, because someday you may need me. It's kind of like a AAA card, an auto club card. Yeah. You hope you never use it, but someday you might need me.
Well, Dennis, if I need you, my girlfriend would be very upset.
Well, bring her. Bring her. That's the way you stop from jealousy and arguments about you having sex with other girls.
Just bring them to the Bunny Ranch in Vegas.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Actually, the Bunny Ranch is in northern Nevada, between Reno and Tahoe, but I do have locations out of Vegas now. But it's amazing. What I'm seeing over the years is there's more women coming in, where it used to be no women would come in. Now they come in with their guys, and they're having a lot of fun together. And sometimes the girl parties. Sometimes she just sits at the bar and hangs out with the girls. But
What a wonderful lady that sits in the bar and hangs out with the girls while her husband goes and does business.
Oh, well, absolutely. It's a little reward for your honesty and not cheating on her.
In your experience, Dennis, of living this type of lifestyle for a long time, do you think people are just sort of conceding to the fact that people do cheat, and then there's the Ashley Madisons and these type of websites. So then, you know what, we might as well just be open and sort of try and figure out a way to love each other, but having this open relationship.
Absolutely. But here's what it is. Men, there's very few of them, besides you and one other guy, and I don't know who he is, everybody else has the desire to be around a different woman once in a while, whether that's once a week, once a month, once a year. And women are starting to smarten up and say, I might as well be a part of it to make sure that he's not getting a disease, because the alternative is 1 out of 4 girls in America from 15 to 23 has an STD, so you hook up with your secretary that's 21, you end up with a disease, or you end up with a relationship. And wives don't want diseases or relationships with their husbands.
Well, most wives. I mean, sometimes you get the kinky ones, right?
Well, that's real kinky.
Yeah.
But they're getting more open-minded. They're starting to get it that men have these desires. That's built into them. It's the same reason my little boy Domino, my border collie, will herd anything. Because they've been herding them for tens of thousands of years. Well, we've been doing what we do for tens of thousands of years, or millions of years.
Now, Dennis, who are you waking up with this morning? Speaking of doing what you do for 10,000 years.
Christy Summers. She's the University of Michigan cheerleader.
Okay.
Look at bunnyranch.com. She's right on the front page. There's some new pictures there. Stunningly beautiful. I had her with me in New York last week when we did The View and Joy Behar and all the TV shows we did.
Dennis Hoff, our guest, owner of the Bunny Ranch in Carson City, Nevada. That's correct, isn't it not? And a bunch of other places around Vegas. Now you've been in talks with some people because there's a very strong legal movement up here to allow legal prostitutions and brothels here in the province of Ontario and to a greater extent maybe even Canada. How far do you think that's going to go here?
Well, I think if they think it through and they don't have the hypocrite politicians do what they do, I think it'll go through. I mean, look at when you make a business illegal, you put it in the hands of the criminals. It's just really that simple. And you create jobs. You create an underground society of criminals, and it's drugs, it's disease. Open it up. You guys are quasi-legal. You've got these body houses or whatever you call them.
Rub and tugs?
Yeah, there's a name for them that they call them, and I'm spacing out right now.
Massage parlors.
Well, basically it's a brothel, but it's not really a brothel. Yeah. And they get the girls tested once a year, so just the fact that they get them tested once a year knows that they're having sex. Well, once a year is not enough. I mean, it needs to be once a week. Barrier protection and constant testing keeps it all clean. So, let's just get it out in the open. And yes, prostitution is going to be here. We're going to tax it. We're going to license it. We're going to control it and make Canada a little money off of the vice instead of putting it in the hands of the criminals and the non-taxpayers.
Yeah.
Taxing the punani is crazy. Is it a write-off ever?
Yeah, big time. Yeah. I think the poon's a huge write-off. Yeah.
Well, I think it should be. Absolutely should be, because when you take somebody out to dinner, you write it off. Well, why don't you write off some booty? Bob here. We can start a whole new healthy business.
Right off the booty.
Right off the booty. Forget dinner. Quit putting on the calories, and let's go for booty and booze.
Yeah. It's a great point. You relieve some anxiety, and then you go back and you can focus on the work and the tasks at hand.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It really. I always said that what they should do is close down half the Starbucks in New York City. Some of them you have 4 on a corner. On one corner, there's 4 of them. Close up half of them. Put in mini bunny ranches. Let everybody just relax a little. It's just sex. Just relax a little bit, and we'd all think clearer and be more productive.
So, Dennis, here's something I want to ask you, which is totally off topic of legalization, but. Do you ever, and this is a stupid question, but I was looking at your website this morning when I knew you were coming on, and I thought, I wonder if he ever offers deals. Like, do you ever do a 2-for-1? You ever offer like a 50% off because she was in a car accident, anything like that?
We offer deals, but not for that reason.
Maybe if she's an amputee, you could be like, okay, she's missing a leg and an arm, so that's 50% off. If she's just missing one arm, it's 25.
Digit.
I like your thought. I don't know if it's politically correct or not. Especially you Canadians, that's the last thing you guys would ever allow for.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, and I'm joking around. They're extremes, but I mean, do you ever have deals? Like, do you ever put on like a special?
Yep, we do that. Couple specials. We do senior specials, military specials.
Give me the senior special. What's the senior special?
And don't gross us out too much. Yeah.
If it includes stitches, I'm out.
It's 25% off, and you get a half-hour massage free because you're a little older. We need a little more time.
Oh, that's sweet. See, look at that. What's the military special? That one freaks me out a bit.
Well, the military special is extra time because these guys can go, many times, and so they give them. That's more about time and activity, instead of what Saturday Night Live say about me about the we'll give you a nose party for the price of an ear party and an elbow party for the price of a knee party. Everything's party here. Instead of saying sex, it's a party.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so they get extra activity. They need it.
Well, good. Dennis,
you do too, by the way.
Well, you know what? I'm actually good. I'm like you were talking about. There's very few guys that are happy to just be with the person they're with. Is it the happiest I've ever been? And hopefully it doesn't change. But who knows when I'm 75?
Just in time for the senior special, pal.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to tell you, I'm the same way with this girl, this Chrissy Summers. That she's beautiful, she's fun, and so I've slowed it down. I'm down to.
Are you a one-woman guy?
Well, no. What one woman guy to me means her, and she brings home 3 different friends a week.
Oh, that's a great one woman guy. 3 chicks a week.
You're the most faithful guy ever.
You're so awesome.
You were the best.
I have another question for you, Dennis. It's a little off topic too. Anytime I see a picture of you, you're wearing great shorts. Where do you get your shorts?
Oh, I got them in San Francisco. I mean, where else, right? The shirts they're wild. They're all made in San Francisco too, and we just make it fun. It's just sex, That's what Larry Flint always says. Relax. It's just.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand anything Larry Flint says. Dennis Hoff, Bunny Ranch, our guest, bunnyranch.com. Go check it out. God bless you. You're a funny man. We wish you all the best. And thanks for your time again, brother.
We didn't get you guys down here for a tune-up. Tell the wives.
Tune-up.
Yeah.
Dennis is bringing us to Lake Tahoe, Reno for a little tune-up.
My girlfriend's very liberal, but I don't know if she'd let me head down to the Bunny Ranch for, quote, one of your tune-ups.
Well, what about to do a live week like there?
Yeah, she'd be cool with that.
That we should do, I think. Broadcast live. Maybe we bring a couple listeners down, Dennis. We got to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that, and bring the wives too. Make a Lake Tahoe, Reno vacation out of it. It would be so much fun. Maybe you can go over to San Francisco for a day, and it'd be great fun. And believe me, the girls.
Do you want to hang out with us, though, Dan? We're pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys are so funny. I always look forward to talking to you guys because you are funny. You're very funny. You got a great sense of humor, and that's what we do. We just make it simple. It's just sex. Come on, relax. Let's all have a good time.
God, who's this guy?
I think he's like kissing our butts here, but he's really trying to recruit our women.
Yeah. No, I think he's kissed enough butts. He doesn't even kiss ours, man.
The buddies I have thousands, and believe me. We're about 4,000 now.
Wow.
And rising.
Wow.
And Bunny Ranch is a lot like church and Walmart. You only go unless you need something.
Hey, Dan, thanks for your time, brother. BunnyRanch.com. Really appreciate it. Talk to you soon, pal.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He's a good guy right there. I like him a lot.
I'd love just to check it out. Not to partake, but just to check. See it.
You wouldn't be able to, dude. It'd be like sending Scott Weiland into a crack house and saying, just take pictures.
Put me in cuffs and put me in one of those flak jackets.
Be like sending Lindsay Lohan to Colombia and say, just buy clothes.
Here's a tour of the cocoa plant.
Yeah, just take pictures, Lindsay. That's not going to happen. Be like sending Rob Ford to, well,
This is the Dean Blundell Show.
The Dean Blundell Show.
102.1 The Edge.
I didn't understand.
No. What?
I was just looking at a picture of a woman who had her breasts done.
Oh, yeah? What kind of picture?
Just like this woman sent me a picture of her and her ridiculous-looking friend.
Oh.
She's like, my friend just got her boobs done. Her name is Sarah. Notice anything else she should have had done first. And I started laughing because she has a nose that's about yay big. And she's kind of turned to the side, but she's got giant fake guns. And if you're going to spend $10,000 to improve yourself and you got a schnoz that is comparable to Toucan Sam's schnoz, would you not, instead of opting for double D's, get that thing shaved down a little bit? Or it's like a chick or a guy, even with super buck teeth, but they spend the money on something else.
On a penis enlargement. I got a penis enlargement.
What do you think of that one? Pretty good, eh?
You want to see it?
Sure, if you'll stop talking.
And close your mouth. Yeah, I guess people, I don't know. I mean, maybe they just didn't have money to do both and they flipped a coin.
Yeah. I don't know. Christian.
Dean, how's it going, man?
What's up, dude?
Nothing. I just, I got a comment on Adjuan. I love the lady, lovely looking girl. But I'm dying. Every time she calls in, I hope you say a joke, because every time it sounds the exact same. She goes, her classic line, she goes, hey, Dean. The hey, Dean. I love it. Can you please say a joke every time she calls in?
I think a lot of it is because she actually isn't really listening to us.
Nor does she care.
Yeah, and it's no fault of her own. She's kind of doing traffic and busy and not right here. And then she just kind of pretends she hears the joke. Yeah. And she's like, hey, Dean.
Hey, Dean. And then she'll say, really, really. She'll either say it's really, really great, or it's really, really bad, or really, really slow.
Or it's really, really cray-cray.
Cray-cray. Mark.
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Not too much. I want to know your guys' opinion. We had one of the biggest natural disasters in Canada just happened to us. Do you think the States is going to put forth some effort, maybe give us a hand with whatever they need down there?
No.
I don't think so either, but I figured, they beg us for all our assistance when Hurricane Katrina, all their other natural disasters come up down there. I figured, where's our help?
Well, they're dealing with enough, and to be honest with you, I think Canada's fairly self-sufficient, although, any help's necessary. But no, I don't think the U.S. isn't the helping kind. They do the token help where they'll be like, hey, we're going to donate $100,000. The whole country will give you $100,000.
They're not putting on a big Calgary relief concert.
No, they won't. But you know what? They're dealing with enough stuff, like all the tornadoes and stuff, and the superstorm over in New Jersey. I mean, that's a lot. Human tragedy, no matter geography, is worth humans helping humans. You can't separate the United States and Canada, but they're dealing with a lot, and they do token helps. I mean, they do a little bit.
Yeah. The neat thing about Canadians, so they're generally very empathetic to everybody's needs. And like I remember even way back in the day with 9/11, just how first responders were like just driving down to New York that day.
Yeah.
Canadians.
Well, we had a studio full of food and plastic gloves and boots and stuff. Yeah, it was great. But that's Canada. If Canada wasn't Canada, then the Americans wouldn't look as bad as they do. But, they're dealing with enough tragedy. And they've had a tough go. Tornadoes times 10. And then explosions that level whole towns and giant storms and hurricane. I mean, they've had a tough go. Jack.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
I got a question for Todd. Whatever happened to your parents' place when their roof caught on fire? Did they rebuild the whole house? What happened to that?
It's just a knockdown in the rebuilding, yeah. Thank God for insurance, people. Get insurance.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know you should do a contest of guess when Adja was drunk. Because between 6 and 7:30, you could totally tell she had a few drinks.
Poor Adja's taking it.
I didn't know that. But she does the whole I slowed down. Like she goes, I hope you do the same thing when in mornings where I can see you that you've had a couple drinks the night before. You'll say 1 or 2. But that's what everybody does. Everybody plays it down. If you're a little bit hung or drunk in the morning, you go, it's like a couple beers. But you don't mention the 10 shots and the 4 glasses of wine and the Alabama Slammers that you had.
What about the meth and the crack? Come on.
Forget about it. Dwayne.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, dude?
Just wondering if you watched Nick Lunda walk across the Grand Canyon.
He ran at the end. He darted the last 30 meters.
I saw the highlights. When he walked over, that dude, this is the guy that walked over Niagara Falls. He just did the Grand Canyon. I got to tell you something. I have no interest in watching a guy do that.
Well, you know what's weird, dude?
And it doesn't look that hard.
Well, you wouldn't do it, though, would you?
What's that, dude?
It was stressful. Like, I remember watching it with my family when he did Niagara Falls, and because he was wearing a safety wire, it was kind of like, nonchalant. But just hearing him, you could tell how stressed he was walking across there. He didn't want to talk to nobody except thanking Jesus lots of times.
You know, and he didn't have a harness on, and he was a long way up. What was he, 1,500 feet or 1,500 meters?
He would have died. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he would have bounced.
He kept saying, though, that he felt confident if he got in trouble, he'd just let go of that big pole and grab onto the wire, and they'd come and get him. But still, that would still be really crazy.
It was nuts. Right? It's a stressful thing to watch. I have no interest in watching it because he's probably going to do it. But still, how many people? I won't even go to the edge of that. My feet feel funny talking about standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon looking down. Never mind walking across a 6-inch tightrope or whatever it was, or a 4-inch tightrope.
And his family just watches him. Like they're on the other side.
Kids. And I know that it could have been disastrous, right? They filmed the whole thing?
Yeah.
It was just incredible listening to his dad because he'd be like, yeah, Nick, it looks really, really windy. That rope's moving a lot, but you're doing great. You're doing really, really good. So keep it up, keep it up. We'll have turkey dinner before you know it.
Yeah. But his wife seemed cool with it, and his kids were there. Imagine if you were your kid, and your dad's Nick Wallenda, and he doesn't make it halfway across, and he goes down, and you're watching that whole thing, and your dad is just road butter at the bottom of the canyon.
I hope they didn't bring the binoculars.
Not good for the kids to watch.
No.
Bring the binoculars. Yeah, there's Dad's spleen.
Jeez. Daredevils are nuts. So, like this lady who, and the pilot who unfortunately died in that Daytona Air Show.
Yeah.
They're nuts, but they got to figure.
Did you see the close-up pictures?
Yeah, it didn't look good.
We saw the close-up pictures, just the still pictures right at moment of impact, and she got hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, whatever you do not go on Live Leak and check them out. No, do not do it.
Don't do it. Will.
Hey.
Hey, dude. What's up?
Guys?
Good.
A long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thanks.
I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I'm stretching out to Calgary. I'm going out there tomorrow afternoon to help out a friend. Insurance work, a lot of cleanup. He's been given a number of contracts that he's just needs bodies out there, and that's what they're saying. They just need bodies out there right now.
To go and count all the damage and then get the money get the stuff into the insurance company? There's not enough insurance adjusters,
or to help build.
Yeah, well, the adjusters are already out there. They've done their numbers, so now they just need bodies for the cleanup and put back together.
How long are you going out for?
My work here is only going to allow me 28 days, so that's all I really want to go for. Because
so you're going to take all of your vacation and burn it on going to help people in Calgary?
I have to. He's been out there for a number of years, and he says, lots of work.
Now, bro, you're not going to, sorry for calling you bro, I don't know why I just did that. You're not going to overcharge people for the work, are you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Strictly under him and his insurance company, and that's it.
There's this crazy website that has all these different things for people that have paid certain amounts for things. One guy paid $34 for a loaf of bread. Another guy paid $20 for some butter. Someone else paid $45 at a Home Depot for some water.
Wow, butter and bread would cost you $54.
Yeah.
I don't agree with gouging, and if I see it, I'm going to snap.
Yeah, just start slapping people.
With 2x4s. No.
With nails in the end. 9:29, hang on. We'll do some more of your phone calls coming up in a minute. But Jack Morris, former Toronto Blue Jay world champion 3 times and play-by-play guy for your Toronto Blue Jays, coming up in just a second.
This is the Dean Blundell Show on 102.1 The Edge.
Mr. Jack Morris is on the phone. You would know, Jack. What's 22 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
I don't know, it's starting to get warm.
Thanks for your time. Jack Morris, legendary Blue Jay, Major League gunslinger, pitched one of the greatest baseball games I've ever seen, the game against the Atlanta Braves where you guys won 1-0 and you went out for the 10th inning. And I've always wanted to ask you this question. When your manager said head back out there for the 10th, did you go like this? Oh, come on.
Yeah, something like that.
How many pitches did you pitch in that game?
Well, I guess I threw 129 pitches. I don't remember. I mean, but I've been asked that question so many times that somebody went out and checked it out, and I guess I threw 129.
You didn't even know until after the game. But when you were done that game and you guys eventually won, would you say that would be like? Did you not just feel like the biggest stud in baseball at that point?
Well, I felt a great sense of accomplishment for sure, but it was such a team effort. That whole series was decided by one run, and every game was won at home by the home field, by the home team. So
one of the best of all time.
Great.
Yeah, it was.
I think so.
Dude, honest to God, the best baseball game I've ever seen, and that was a team with Kirby Puckett and the rest of those cats. It was an amazing, and you weren't even supposed to be there, really, were you? I mean, it was a worst to first thing with you and Atlanta.
Exactly. Both teams were supposed to finish last in our division, and we ended up going to the World Series. So.
Wow, 4 World Series, 3 different teams. Jack Morris now doing some color and some TV and some radio for the Blue Jays. Is your first season back? You having fun with the guys like Buck?
I am. It's a good group of people, and baseball guys play the game, and of course Jerry's been Jerry forever, and it's interesting how we go back and forth. I think we're enjoying each other in the booth.
You guys sound great. A lot of times when it's hard to believe you're the new guy, but when guys come in, it's awkward. But you guys seem to gel right away, and you sound terrific.
Well, we're having fun. Baseball's. It's one of those things that it's a lot easier to call a game when there's action and there's some excitement and the players are playing well, and then there's games that are just very slow and nothing going on, and it's difficult, and we have to try to paint a picture and tell a story through the good or the bad, and sometimes it's not easy. I mean, obviously, I'm a fan myself, and I like to see good baseball. I'd much rather call a good game than a lousy game. So, I find it challenging at times to try to get myself up for those bad games.
Well, especially for the first half of the season. So you come in and the Jays make these big moves and bring you in and really shore up the team. The some firepower, more firepower in the broadcast booth. Off to a terrible start. From that start to now, what do you make of this Blue Jays team, and what do you attribute their turnaround to? And were you a little worried at the start?
Yeah, worried. I thought they were out of it already. I really did. I mean, they were playing awful, and you've got so many new faces, and you kind of wonder if they'll ever get along and start coming together and trying to pull for each other and do all the little things that championship teams do. But there's indications that it's within them now. They've got such good things going with Jose Reyes is coming back, and everybody talks about that. It's like, one guy, can he really make that big a difference? But, he's the energizer. He's the guy that, Munenori Kawasaki has been, only this guy can play better. So, it's one of those deals where I think he will help this team.
What do you think the Jays will do with Kawasaki when Reyes comes back? Because, obviously he is that energy guy, but they play the same position.
Well, I know it's going to be hard for the fans, but the bottom line is Reyes is going to help improve the team at shortstop, and you've got to do what you have to do to improve the team. And ultimately, Kawasaki will be the guy that sends out. Now, I don't know if they'll do that initially, like the day that Reyes comes back. I don't know if it'll be Kawasaki. It might be somebody in the bullpen for a week or so. And they might keep Kawasaki just to fill in maybe 2 games in the first week and a half. And then, because he isn't playing, they might just say, look, he needs to be working down in AAA, and we need to keep him sharp too, so we're sending him out. Mm-hmm. People probably forget about it because Reyes will probably contribute.
What's been the change for the as I was asking earlier? Sorry, what's been the change for the Toronto Blue Jays? Like when off to this terrible start, everybody thinks they're out of it. Then they go on this crazy 11-0 run. What was the difference? What happened?
Well, the starting pitching is a lot better than it was early, and it's kind of a snowball effect because the defense is a lot better. The infield defense, in particular. The first month, I think Emilio Bonifacio and Meister Asturis, who were playing quite a bit, just were not ready for the speed of the turf. They just weren't ready, and the balls were getting by them and getting up on them, and it just looked terrible. And what happens is the starting pitchers have to hit corners and be perfect because they don't want to make a mistake. And you can't be perfect. It's just impossible. So everything was kind of a snowball effect. And now all of a sudden the defense is catching balls. Guys are way sharper on the infield, and pitchers are starting to trust their defense, so they throw the ball over the plate and get the ground balls, and the ground balls are converted into outs instead of errors and hits, and everything kind of starts coming together, and then the pitchers just literally start pitching better too, and so you've got a combination of a couple good things going, but mostly it's because the starting pitchers are pitching better.
Mm-hmm. And you can see that too. Even watching Mark Burley pitch the other day, and they give them a chance. And Josh Johnson, 9-0, they stick him to the 9-0 lead. They start creeping back, and they bring in guys like Brett Cecil. They bring in, who's been lights out. I mean, it seems like everybody's kind of finding their spot. And I was talking to JP the other day, and he said, he goes, one of the biggest differences has been John Gibbons. He's just been positive the whole way through.
He really has. He's been steady. He hasn't. He's not a guy to get too excited one way or the other. He kind of just knows that, hey, this is a long summer, and he's been through it a lot. He understands the emotional part of the game. But yeah, the bullpen I think has been the solid rock in this team all year long. They had a little bit of struggles in the first month of April early, but since May 1st, they've just been the best bullpen in baseball. In fact, I can go as far as to say I think they're as good as any bullpen I've ever seen.
Wow. That's pretty good. That's heady coming from a guy who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, we in 92 and 93, we had Dwayne Ward and Tom Henke. In 92, we had them both, and in 93, we had Dwayne Ward, Mike Temlin, and we had some guys that flat out could pitch down there. But this is way deeper of a bullpen. They've just got so many different ways to come at you, and Cecil and Jansen are just lights out.
What's funny is you didn't hear that at the beginning of the year. You always heard how the starting pitching is going to be great and all the new acquisitions on the field. But earlier you mentioned about how the team and the new faces and all these people speak to it, because he said also how there's trust on the field. Is there something to be said in a clubhouse when people start to get to know each other? There's more trust, they have more fun, and that's also why they're playing better?
No question. And it takes some time. I mean, just think about it. Say you're a CEO of a company and you hire 20 new guys. Well, you think you're going to all click the first week? You're probably not going to. It takes a while to get to know each other. And for me, there's nothing that can bring a team together better than an extended winning streak. And they've done that now, and they kind of had fun together, and they know that they can win, and they know they can compete with anybody in the division.
Yeah, you said at the start of the year too, right? You said that if they can get onto a 10, 12, 15 game win streak at the start of the year, they'll be lights out. It took them a while, but it's got them back into it. What are the chances? Where do you have them finishing after the All-Star break? What do you see for them in the second half?
Well, quite honestly, I think it's within them now to make a run for it, but they're not going to. It's not going to be handed to them. They've got to grind it out. This is not an easy division, and they've got to go out there every day and play hard. For instance, last night you come down to Tampa and you face a decent right-hander. I wouldn't call him Cy Young, but he's a decent right-hander, and Jeremy Hellickson, and he shuts you out for 7 innings and gives you 1 hit, and you lose. And, the streak ends at 11. Well, you play in front of 45,000 in your home city in Toronto the day before, and everything's going well, and you're having fun. Then you come down to Tampa, and there's 11,000 people there, and you feel like you're playing in the morgue. And, you've got to figure out ways to trick your mind to play the game and get ready and prepared.
With that being said, when you used to be a player, Jack, it was the big wave was the big thing. Did that ever annoy you?
No.
Do you ever look up into the stands and go, guys, I'm pitching. Hello.
Come on.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I think that some sports are just wonderful, and I think golf will never be a quality sport until hecklers are allowed. You got to be able to yell at people. And right.
We said that last week. We played golf in the Joe Carter term with Ozzie Smith, and I asked Ozzie, he goes, it's just too quiet out there. I said, do you need people following you around with peanuts telling you suck? And he said, big time. That'd be the best.
Yeah, it would be.
Jack Morris, our guest, thank you so much for your time. Real pleasure, just specifically for me to talk to you. I watched you pitch in Detroit and followed you, and then you became a Blue Jay. I remember that. It was like 17, 18. I started bawling my eyes out. I'm like, we're going to win the World Series. But listen, great to meet you. Great to talk to you. Thanks so much for your time, and best of luck in the second half.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Take care.
See you later, man.
That's not Jack Morris.
That's a legend right there, dude.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1 The Edge.